Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl Favor. If this is your first time of seeing my beautiful face, thank you so much for being here. Now on our previous tutorial, we learned how to draft out the pattern for the making of this beautiful pants you're seeing here, and today we're going to be learning how to join those patterns together to arrive at this. If this is something that interests you, let's go to the tutorial. And if you have not hit the subscribe button, please do well to subscribe so that you won't miss out on anything, okay? Hi guys, so I've gone ahead to cut out the pattern on our main fabric, okay? Like I said before, we already learned how to draft out this pattern you're seeing here on our previous video, and I'm going to be leaving the link on the description box below, so please do well to check out the link so that you will see how we're able to arrive at this. And for the tutorial, we're going to be making use of crepe material. You guys know how crepe can be somehow difficult to work with, okay? So if you're a beginner, I advise you use a print material so that you won't have difficulties in cutting this, okay? So guys, we'll go ahead now to mark out our pockets. Like this palazzo has pockets, okay? It has pockets, and remember on our previous video we took away 1 inch to arrive at the full length. So for today I'm going to mark the pocket, which is 7 inches, but the normal standard for pockets for ladies is 6 inches, but I will be using 7 for today's tutorial. So now the next thing we're going to be doing is to go ahead now and mark out this, and after marking out this, now we're going to go ahead and connect it. After notching it like this, we will now go ahead and connect it from the waistline to meet this place that we already notched, okay? Now from the waistline we'll come in by 2 inch, which was the normal thing we did. All right, so after that 2 inch we'll go ahead now and connect it like you see me do, like so. So we'll go ahead and connect it like this. After doing it like this, we'll go ahead and trim this out. Now the essence of trimming this out is that we're going to still replace it later. Don't worry, when we're in the process of this, you're going to understand why we're trimming this out, okay? So after this now, after cutting out this, I'm now going to go ahead now to remove all the pin. I had to pin this to be able to cut this properly. Assuming I didn't pin this, I wouldn't have been able to cut it, because this material the crepe was creping. The crepe was creping. So I'm going to go ahead now and remove all of these pins like you see me do, like so, okay? So guys, after doing this now, the next thing we did was to the next thing we're going to do now is to go ahead and cut our pocket. Now for the cutting of this pocket, I used 8 inches wideness, 8 inches, then the length of the pocket I used 12 inches, so depending on how you want it. Now you're seeing this joining because my material was not enough. I was managing it, so I went ahead to join it like so. So from here now, we're going to pick the 2 pockets together. I cut them together. You see the way I'm doing it, like so. We pick the 2 sides together like so and place it together. Now the essence of this is that the same thing we did for from the waistline of that pant is the same thing we're going to be doing for this. Like the way I'm doing it, like so, just pick it up like this, still come out by 2 inch. Okay, after we mark the 2 inch, we'll come down by 7 inch. Now it's 7 inch when you remove the 2 inch band for the cutting of the pants. I'll go ahead now and mark the 7 inch. If you remember, I'll mark 7 inch, then I'll notch it so that I can be able to give it an accurate line, because this crepe was really difficult to work with. So we'll go ahead now and cut this out like so. So after cutting this now, we'll take it to we'll take it like this. You can see the way it is. From here we'll go to join it with the pants, okay? Now I'm going to pick one side of the cut, the place I've cut for the pocket, and then place it on the main fabric. You see this, that is right front facing front, the both side, that is the front side facing front side. So I'm going to go ahead and place it like this and stitch, but I'm going to go ahead now and use pin to hold it down like this so that you will know what we are expected to do, okay? After pinning it like so, we'll flip it over. After we'll flip it like this is how you're going to sew it. That is after sewing it. I'm just using this pin to illustrate so that we will know how to do it. Now we'll place it like so, okay? Remember the 2 inch we cut, place it. So guys, after joining the pocket to the pant, this is what is looking like. Okay, just to confirm what we did before, you can see we will also extend 2 inches of what we remove from there. Okay, so after that, now we're going to go ahead now and spread our pants like so, the way you're seeing me do, like so. Now this is the first one leg of the front, and I'm going to go ahead now and place one leg of the back. So we'll pick one of the front and one of the back like so, and do face front, the good side facing good side, like the front side facing like this, and we're going to run a stitch. Use 1 inch to close this down like so. So I'm going to go ahead now and take this to the sewing machine after stitching it like so, and bring it for us to see what it looks like. Okay, so guys, after stitching this is what it looks like. Okay, and I also went ahead to stitch our pockets proper, and I ironed it out. You can see how beautiful it's looking like. It's coming out properly, it's coming out well. And I also went ahead to iron and open it out like so with 1 inch. Now the next thing we're going to be doing, like so, you can see the pocket is actually fine, it's beautiful. So the next thing we're going to be doing now is to join the crotch together. Now to join this crotch together, we're going to pick one of the fronts. You remember when we joined this place, we joined one of the front and one of the back. Now we're going to go ahead now and pick front of front, like the front and both fronts rather, and join the crotch together. Just the way I'm doing it like so. Just pay attention to what we're doing, and we'll arrive at a very beautiful result. Okay, so after we'll join the crotch like this, so I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and stitch all the way down. Now we're not going to stitch down, you're going to leave about half an inch at the down part of this place. Now the essence of that is to help us to be able to join the both legs together so that it will have a very balanced crotch. You can see we're just going to go ahead and leave this half an inch. Okay, so guys, after doing that, we're going to go ahead now and stitch this. So guys, after stitching that, this is what we have. I've gone ahead to stitch. This is the front, you can see by the pocket, and then this is the back after joining front of the crotch together. So this is what is looking like. Okay, so guys, the next thing we're going to be doing for this pant now is to pick two crotch like this so that we can be able to join the both legs. Now this, if you remember, we didn't stitch the crotch properly when we were stitching it. Okay, so this is the front crotch, this is the front, is that we're going to flip this together, open it up like so. You can see the way I'm opening this up, you can see the way I'm opening it out. Now for you to still understand, we're going to pick the front crotch. You can see the front, the pocket differentiates the front. We're going to place it like so. Okay, front and front, you can see the front and then the back. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to pick one leg of the front from the crotch and join it together with the front. Okay, just pay attention to what I'm doing and you will get this. Now I've picked the back of the back and the front of the crotch, and I have joined it together like so. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to take this now and run it down like so. The way I'm doing it, we're going to run it down like so, starting from the down to meet it here, and we'll do the same thing for this place. Okay, all right, so I'll take this to the sewing machine now and come back and show you what it looks like. All right, so guys, after joining our both legs together, that is one of the front and one of the back, and I also went out to iron it out. Now I used 1 inch to close this up. You can see it's 1 inch that I used to close this out. All right, so after this now, we're going to go ahead now and we're going to go ahead now and close up the crotch properly. If you remember, we left like half an inch while we're closing the crotch to avoid a rough crotch. Okay, so guys, we're going to go ahead now and close it properly so that you can have a balanced crotch. Now this is one of the mistakes you should avoid when you're making your pants. Okay, do not close just the way I'm doing it like so. This is how you go ahead to close your crotch. Now when you, the essence of this is to just make your crotch balance under your thighs. But after opening it up like this, we'll now go ahead now and close the tie properly the way I opened it up like this. That is how we're going to do it. Okay, All right, so guys, after doing that, I also went ahead, after stitching that properly, I also went ahead to open my zipper allowance. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do now is to take the accurate measurement of our round waist. Okay, so we're going to be taking the measurement right from the beginning to the end, and to the end of the waist, the round waist of this trouser, okay, of this pants. Sorry. So guys, after taking the round measurement, okay, the whole of this round measurement of this trouser will give us, so this is to 32.5 inch. So we're going to go ahead now and cut this on another fabric in order to get our band. Okay, so guys, we'll go ahead now, fold this band into twos for us to be able to cut out our band. Okay, after folding it like so, we'll also go ahead now and fold it in like so. Now it's going to be a 2 inch band, but we're going to be cutting 2.5. The reason being that we're going to be using 1/2 inch to turn it in. Okay, so we're going to go ahead like so, the way we're cutting it. After cutting it, all right, you trim it out properly. We're going to trim it out properly like we were doing like so. Now the next thing we're going to do is to iron out this band for it to be firm. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and use this medium gum to gum on the round of this band. We're going to gum it round. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and take it to the sewing to the ironing table and then gum it. After gumming it, I'll bring it for you to see what it looks like. Okay, so guys, I've gone ahead to stitch the whole band, and then I also went ahead to gum it out. So guys, we're going to go ahead now and attach our band. You can see this is actually a 2 inch band on fold. Okay, this is why it was a 5 inch band, because we're going to fold it like this. Okay, so now after the 2 inch band, this, you can see this is a 2 inch band. Now the 1/2 inch on it is just for us to use to turn the band properly. So we'll pick our trouser like so, and this is how we're going to gum it. All right, you see the way I'm pinning it, right? So we're going to pin it. This is just where we're going to be stitching on the pants. Okay, this is how we're going to place the band. The band have to face you open like this, and then we'll go ahead now. So now for us to be able to close this rough edge, we're going to fold it like so. You can see the way I'm doing it. So I'm going to go ahead now and use septum pin, the pin, to pin it so that you will know the area to stitch on. Okay, so you can see the way I'm pinning it like so, and I'm going to turn it like guy. So this is what your band is, the edge of your band is expected to look like. All right, so this is what it looks like. Okay, so after stitching it like this, after stitching round like this, you're going to use that 1/2 inch that we folded to close it properly like this, so that it's going to give us a very neat stitches. Okay, you can see the way it is. All right, you're going to do this after you must have stitched it first, then you use this to close it up. All right, you can see the way it is. This is how you're going to be closing it up with the 1/2 inch after you must have closed it, you must have stitched it before. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and take this to the sewing machine and stitch it the way I'm doing it like so, and I'll bring it back for us to see. And I'll also be using an invisible zip for this pants. Okay, I'll also go ahead and sew the invisible zip and bring it. So guys, after joining the band to the trouser, after joining the band to the pants, this is what we have, and you see how neat it's looking. All right, this is looking so beautiful, and look at how our invisible zip ended up looking. I love to use invisible zip whenever I'm working with crepe. Okay, so guys, that's basically all for the joining of this palazzo pants. You can see the end result, and it's looking so beautiful. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up if this tutorial was helpful, and if you're yet to subscribe, please do well to hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Bye for now.